Today we will complete the Cayo Perico Heist start to finish in less than 1 hour. I'll go over the gather intel, the setup missions, the heist, the elite challenge. I'll show you everything I personally do to get this done and make easy money. This is a long video and I tried to cut it short, but stay tuned because I might be able to show you guys a couple of tips and tricks in every mission that maybe you haven't seen before. What's up, mi gente? MAK-EL here, and this is my personal run for the Cayo Perico Heist in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. Enough with the chatter, let's just go ahead and get started. Now, opening up with the Gather Intel Scope mission. This guide specifically is going to help you if you are a lone wolf and if you're planning on doing this solo dolo. I'm going to be focusing on the secondary targets right here at the airstrip, specifically in this warehouse. Now, this warehouse has 2 floors. And I'm checking the first floor right here. The first floor managed to actually give me 1 stack of green stuff and 1 stack of cash. Now remember, green stuff is actually pretty decent. Cash, not so well. Now you're looking for the white stacks. If you find stacks with the white stuff, that's a win because that's the highest paying secondary target outside the compound. Okay, inside the compound it'll be gold. So you can use the forklift and you can manage to carry the crate and put it against the wall and climb over it, or you can use the ladder that I just used there and it gives you easy access to scope the secondary targets on the second floor. So as you can tell, I found 1 stack of white stuff and I've got another stack of cash as well. So with these items right here, all these stacks, I can fill up the bag and I don't have to worry about going anywhere else. And since I'm doing this solo dolo, that's pretty much going to be my approach for this Cayo Perico run here. So now making our way over to the compound, let's go ahead and grab the bike. Okay, you can grab a Jeep, but the Jeep's handling is terrible. I highly recommend taking the bike. And this is the trail that I use to make it all the way to the security checkpoint. I go around the map. You know, I'm trying to stay off the roads. I try my best to stay away from guards, cameras, and those little magic Jeeps that spawn out of nowhere trying to get you caught up. Now, important tip, if you get caught on the bike, the game will send you back to the airstrip and then the bike will be gone. You'll have to use a Jeep for your second try, and the handling is just a nightmare. So try your best not to get caught. Keep your eyes on the minimap and pay attention to the cameras. If there's any guards, any Jeeps around, stay off the roads and take the back sides, you know, stay on the mountain sides. And you're going to find the security checkpoint with a huge tower like I did right here. Now, there is a guard on the top floor. Make sure he is not facing your direction, okay? Once he turns around and he's facing the other direction, then go ahead, hit that bike on full speed, and head towards this rock right here. And at the very last second, you're going to pop a wheelie, and you'll be able to jump over the security checkpoint, still land on the mountain itself, and you're still off the road, so you won't get caught. You're still undetected. Now, you're going to pay attention to your mini-map because there might be guards, and if you drive the bike by a guard, he's going to hear the engine, and you will get caught. So try to stay away from the guards as much as you can. Hit the roads only when necessary, and just make your way over towards the communication tower. Now, really quick, before we make it to the communications tower, if you like this content, drop a like, drop a subscribe. You know, like, if you like the content that I'm posting here, I'm trying to do the best that I can to help you guys out. And I know this has been covered like a billion times. Don't get me wrong. It's not like if this game is brand new, but I am trying my best to help you guys with everything that you possibly can think of, because GTA 6 will be on the way at some point in this lifetime. So in the meantime, let's just enjoy the game for as much as we can. So getting back into the video, I made it to the tower, and I'm finding that my signal box was on the first floor. It could be on the second, it could be on the third, but the whole point of the signal box is so that you can hack into it and access the security feed in the compound. So here in the signal box, you're going to find a set of numbers on the left and some symbols on the right. You want to match them so that this way you can reach the target number, which in this case is 22 this video, because it does change. Sometimes it's 73, sometimes it's 88, it doesn't matter. Once you actually find your target number, now you can access your Sightseer app on your GTA phone, and you can take a look inside the compound to see what your other secondary targets are, but mainly your primary target. In this run that I did here, I actually scoped out the Sin Simito Tequila, which is trash, garbage, just dog water, you know? It is the lowest paying item when it comes to primary targets. However, hey, a mil for an hour's worth of work, hey, I'm fine with that. At the end of the day, every little bit counts. It's all going to add up. So after you actually find your primary target, make sure that you scope every single room, every single location. This way, if you do plan on doing it with friends, if you find a friend, then you know what secondary targets you have in the compound, and you don't have to worry about the stuff at the airstrip. But if you're still planning on doing this solo, continue to watch this guide, and this is going to help you out. So I'm scoping the entire time here, and I'm finding a little bit of gold, a little bit of cash. Remember, gold is the highest paying secondary target. So if you find multiple stacks of gold, then go ahead and try to find a friend and do this heist as a team. But if you do not find gold stacks like that, don't worry about it. Just stick to your solo plan. It's still going to work out anyway. And there are ways for you to glitch into the gold panels. Like you can get in there. There's videos that will show you how to do it, but this one will not. This video does not have that glitch. So yeah, let's make our way back to Los Santos. Now you can actually jump off the tower right here. You can get caught, and then you got to go through a whole cutscene and all that. No, I check my interaction menu and I change my outfit twice. By changing your outfit, you'll see that save icon on the bottom right corner of the screen, and when that disappears, and when you change into that other outfit, now you can pause your menu and change into another session. Now make sure that you change into an invite-only session, because you don't want to land in a public and get griefed and all that. But by doing this will allow you to skip the cutscene of going to the airstrip and having to get in the plane and getting back to Los Santos and then calling your sub, calling your Sparrow, flying to the sub. It's just a lot. And remember, this is kind of like a speedrun type thing. So you want to save as much time as you possibly can. And for those videos and comments that I've seen that it's always, oh, I can do it in 25 minutes. I get it. There's job warps. There's glitches that you can actually do in the missions that you don't even have to do the missions every single time. I get it. But this video is not about the glitches. This is straight up how the game wanted you to try to accomplish this setup mission. So now let's jump into the very next setup, okay? The very next setup, I am going to do the approach, okay? The approach, you can use the sub as an approach. I think it's very effective. If maybe, arguably, it's probably the best approach. But in this case, because I'm doing this solo dolo and I want to land at the airstrip first, I'm going to go with the Longfin. Now, if you have the Sparrow in the sub, this is perfect. Grab your Sparrow, head over towards the location, but do not get too close, okay? You're going to want to park to the side, and this is another important tip that maybe might work out for you. I personally own a Phantom Wedge. I didn't have to go get a truck cab like the game instructs you to do. So I just grabbed my Phantom Wedge. I took it personally straight to the lockup, to the holdup at the police station, and I just snatched the trailer with my own truck. Here's the problem though. If you get wasted or if you get caught in some type of way or anything, the primary vehicle that you're using, which is the Phantom Wedge, will disappear. So when you do escape out of the holdup, go ahead and drive out, get out of the vehicle, and do exactly what I'm doing right now. This way you can lose your wanted level, and when you spawn back into the game, your primary vehicle is still attached to the trailer, but you don't have a wanted level, and now all you have to do is just drive to the drop-off location. That's it. It's super easy. This setup mission doesn't take but not even 5, maybe 6 minutes tops. If you're doing it this way, if you're doing the truck cab, it might take you a little bit longer, but again, it's not impossible. Now, we're not going to change sessions. We're going to stay right here. We're going to call our sub so that the sub can stay here at the bottom of the map. Then you call your Sparrow, fly back to the sub, and let's get started with our next setup mission. The reason why we're wanting to do it in this order is because now when you go to do your next setup mission, which for me is going to be the weapons loadout, sometimes when you trigger the mission, it will give you the Merryweather HQ setup mission, and I think by far one of the worst setup missions I've ever encountered in any of the heists that I've done. Even Doomsday doesn't give me that much of a hard time than this one. It's just, I think I'm a little bit too impatient, so I don't like it. I just don't like it. So if you end up getting the Merryweather HQ, you can grab your Sparrow and fly out and just blow up the helicopter. Or you can do what I'm doing here, and if you have the guided missiles at the sub, you can actually just shoot one of those guided missiles and destroy the helicopter yourself manually. Now by doing this, it's going to intentionally fail your heist prep setup mission, and then you're just going to get up from the chair and go back to your planning board and restart the setup mission again. By restarting this, you have a high chance of getting a different type of location. Like in this case, I got the SAC center. So now that I know that I'm having the building, this is just perfect. I love this one because it's a lot quicker, and there's a few tricks to it as well. You can take your Sparrow directly to the building, or you can use a Mark II oppressor or a Deluxo. I highly recommend taking a Mark II oppressor if you have one. But instead of going through the front doors on the bottom, you're going to want to take that Mark II oppressor or that Deluxo, or even the Sparrow if you got good flying skills, you can take it all the way up towards the roof. The reason why we're taking it to the roof is because you can still get in the building by the roof, and since you have your vehicle there when it's time to leave the building, we're going to use that same flying vehicle to make our escape. Again, if you go through the bottom floor, it's just a hassle. I mean, if you like the action, the shootout, that's cool. But the whole point of this is to try to do this as fast as we possibly can, you know? So, I'm going to get off the bike here. I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to equip one weapon that may have a suppressor on it. For me personally, I love my pistol, because with the pistol, you won't get caught. I can shoot this door right here to open it, and nobody notices, you know? I can sneak in and take my time. Now me, I like to do it this way because I actually like the suspense. I like to kind of feel like I'm in the moment, you know, and hone in on my skills, you know, see if I can actually get through this without alerting anybody, you know. So you can take out all these guards here. Now these last 3 guards right here, 1, 2, and the guy in the back, you don't need to worry about them if you came in nice and quiet. But me personally, I take out everybody, and then I make my way over to the weapons locker. So if you notice, I didn't draw no attention. Now I've got the whole floor to myself. So once you actually click on the weapons locker, it's going to tell you to hack into the laptop. The only tip that I can give you about this hack right here on the laptop is that, for example, in this run here, my numbers were 17, 86, and 52. I'm looking for the 17 and the 80. As you can tell, I just found it right here. It makes it a lot easier for you to find the entire combination. So try that for your next couple of setup times that you're doing. It might work out for you very well. For me, it does. You know, I can get through this pretty quickly. Then I'm going to go to the weapons locker. I'm going to pick up my weapons loadout, and I'm going to head on out. Now, before we actually go through the elevator, tip number 1, set a waypoint towards the beach or the pier, okay? Because when we get out of here, we're going to head that way. We're going to go in that direction. And then number 2, when you set your waypoint, make sure you pick the option exit to roof, okay? Do not leave through the ground. Go through the roof, because now you're going to find your flying bike. You're going to jump on it, boom, you're gone. And then when you get to the waypoint, which is by the beach or the pier, then you want to call your sub. Calling your sub is going to bring your sub from the bottom of the map now to the west part of the map. And now since you're close by, this is going to help you for the remaining setup missions, because now you are closer. Because if you were at the bottom of the map, you were going to have to keep on flying out, and that's going to kill even more time on your little speed run here. So now we're going to go back into the sub, complete this mission here. And really quickly, I almost forgot to mention, when you're doing your weapon loadout, I highly recommend that you do the Aggressor, to be specific, okay? You can do any of them, but Aggressor is going to work out very well, and I'll explain later why. Now, let's get on to the next setup mission, the Fingerprint Cloner. You're going to do the same thing as well. You're going to jump in your Sparrow. You're going to fly to the location. This first little warehouse here has 2 cameras outside. So you can go in guns blazing, just get caught by the cameras and be ready for a whole stand down when you get inside. Or you can come to the side of the building right here, and you can actually trip the security feed off of those cameras. And when you go in, you have the element of surprise. You know, they don't know that you're going in. Now, when you go in, I've used the rocket launcher, I used the railgun, I've done every entrance you can possibly think. The funnest one for me is going to be the grenade, actually. I'll equip my grenade before I even get inside. As soon as I walk in, right, you're gonna aim your grenade towards the middle of the room, throw it, and then run to the right and take some cover. Every single time I've done this, it takes out every single enemy NPC in this building. Now, since I know there's fire, I'm gonna walk outside, I'm gonna do a small little lap, and then I'm gonna come right back inside. This gives the game time to dissipate those flames and you won't burn, you know, you won't take any damage. Now you can make your way over towards the laptop, and then you're gonna do the little hack here. This hack always stays the same as well. The code word is Panthers. There's no tip or trick to this, you know, just be patient, wait for the letters to come down, and then go ahead and just complete the hack. Now they're going to give you the location to the secondary warehouse, which now is where you're going to pick up the Fingerprint Cloner. There's going to be 2 cameras outside as well. Again, you can go guns blazing, or you can do what I'm doing here, take out the cameras and just sneak in. So once you get inside, run a whole lap towards the back of the building, and then get back on your oppressor, get back in your Sparrow, whatever it is that you're using, and head over to the sub for the next setup mission. Now, the next setup mission that we're going to try to accomplish here is going to be the plasma cutter. The plasma cutter is another easy one. As soon as you get into your Sparrow, you're going to head over towards the location. It's another warehouse, okay? And again, I'm going to take a small little break while we're on there. Please, if you're liking this content so far, drop a like, drop a subscribe, like smash that button for me, please, you know, and comment below if there's anything you would like to see in the future, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back into it. I made it to the warehouse. I'm just going to pull my camera out. I'm going to take a picture of the entire room, and this registers in the game like if I actually found the board. Now I can just go ahead and walk outside and wait for Pavel to stop talking. And when he stops talking, he's going to tell you, hey, I found the coordinates to the other location. And that's when you can go. Now, this is where the Mark II Oppressor, or Deluxo, or Sparrow come in handy, because there's going to be some enemy NPCs guarding that plasma cutter. I always strategically try to stay nice and high in the air, and I'll just use my homing missiles to take out all those enemy NPCs. If you are on the Mark II Oppressor, this is going to be a beaut, okay? Just beautiful. Because as soon as you go to pick up the plasma cutter, right, you see the yellow marker on my mini-map, just go ahead and drive a little bit over it, and then it's going to reveal the green duffel bag. Now, you don't even have to get off the bike. All you got to do is literally just drive over it nice and gently. It will pick up the plasma cutter on its own, and now you can actually escape and head back to the sub without taking any damage again. So again, this setup mission is like another like 3 to 4 minutes. This wasn't even long. So now we're gonna go and touch up on the last one, which is the cutting torch. Okay, the cutting torch setup mission, another easy one. You're gonna grab your Sparrow, you're gonna fly out to whatever construction site they give you and just try to find it. Now, there's 3 different locations. The one that you're always praying to get is the tallest one. If you get the super huge one, this is going to be beautiful, because you can take your Sparrow, you can take your Deluxo, or you can take your Mark II Oppressor, and you can do something similar to what I did here. You can park on the second highest platform, and as soon as you actually park there, you have the option of going nice and sneaky, or you can just go guns blazing again and take everyone out like I did. And then start looking through the toolboxes so that you can actually find the cutting torch. Once you get the cutting torch, jump on your flying vehicle again, fly back to the sub, deliver it. There's this one guy, he posts a lot of video, bada bing, bada boom. Like I like when he does that every time. So super easy, okay? This is pretty much it. That's it. Those are all the setup missions that you actually have to do for the Cayo Perico Heist. You don't have to do demolition charges, the airstrike thing, none of that stuff. If you do all of these setups right here, this will ensure that your Cayo Perico Heist is going to go down super easy, all right? Like super easy, super quick also. If you check my other videos as well, my previous ones, I do mention about the drainage tunnel a lot. It's because it It's so good. It's so good. But anyway, let's go to the planning board, okay? My planning board is going to be approach vehicle, the Longfin. The infiltration point will be the main dock. The compound entry will be the drainage tunnel. The escape point will be the main dock as well. It doesn't matter. You can choose anything, actually. And then the time of day will be daytime, so it's nice and visible. And then the weapons loadout, which is the aggressor for me. Make sure you equip your suppressors, okay? You don't have to assign any cuts because you're getting 100% of the cut on this one. So now we're going to run the heist. We're going to try and do this in the first shot as well. Now, again, there are approaches for the Cayo Perico heist where you don't have to take any guards out. There's others where you will. There's others where you can sneak by everybody and you're good to go. You know, it just depends on how many players you're doing this with and what is it that you're doing. Remember, we're going to the airstrip first. That's why we chose to do this solo dolo. So pause your menu, set a waypoint for the airstrip if you don't know where it is, and then make your way towards the airstrip. Now, I know the map pretty well, so I'm just gonna go and head straight towards the airstrip. I'm gonna park the boat, but now mind you, please do not crash the boat onto the island. You know what I mean? Like, keep it in the water. Me personally, like right here, I'm actually turning it all the way around. I'm gonna hit reverse and I'm gonna have it ready for my escape, you know, because I want to get into the warehouse that we scoped earlier in the gather intel nice and quietly, but I want to leave without being caught, you know. So now I'm gonna go inside. There's going to be a guard always patrolling. He's walking around. He's a little finicky, so be careful with him, but make sure that his back is turned away from you, okay? And then make your way towards the warehouse, but nice and quietly. So don't run full-fledged, like right behind him. Like at some point, kind of slow down and then just sneak in. Now remember, there was the first floor and there was the second floor. So you choose how you want to do this. You can jump on the forklift, but remember, you have to be patient and drive it nice and slowly because the guards can hear the engine if you're driving it too crazy. So with the forklift, I'm going to show how that works in just a second here. But I went ahead and I just opened up the gate for the first floor just so that I can have it open. Then I'm going to jump into the forklift and I'm going to pick up that crate that's right in front of me. I'm heading towards it right now, but I'm taking my time nice and slowly. So I'm only tapping on the gas. And then I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I'm going to connect. I'm going to connect the forklift with that crate and I'm going to lift that crate up, okay? We're going to put that crate against the wall because unfortunately, the ladder that we used for the gather intel does not work here in the heist. So we have to use the crate if we want to get to the second floor. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this crate against that fence, but I'm not going to block the gate on the first floor. I'm going to put it to the side. Once you get out of the forklift, you're going to climb through the forklift onto the crate, over the fence, and that's how you're going to reach your second floor. I didn't show that in the gather intel mission, but this is exactly the same way you can do it for the heist. So remember, I did get a stack of white stuff. That's my priority because I want to make sure I get the highest payout that I possibly can with this warehouse. So I'm going to get the white stuff first. Then I'm going to go downstairs to the first floor. I'm going to get the green stuff. And then I'm going to fill up the rest of the bag with whatever little cash there is left over. Now, you have two options to leave the second floor as well. You can actually jump over the fence. You're going to land on the ground and you might make a little noise. So this door right here, you can actually use it to go down the stairs nice and quietly, just like I'm doing right here. Then make your way over to the first floor stacks, fill up with the green stuff, and then fill the rest of your bag with a little bit of cash. And then we are out of here. Once again, if you're enjoying this content, if this is helping you in any type of way, drop a like, subscribe for more content. I really appreciate the feedback. So drop some comments in the comment section below and let me know if there's another approach you want me to cover. I can do the sub. I can do where it's with multiple players, what we need to do. I can cover pretty much any type of guide. So give me a heads up, you know. But let's get back into it now. Now that my bag is filled up, I'm looking at $449,000 in my bag. So now we're going to make our way out of here. I'm noticing that the guard is walking away. So I'm going to take this advantage and boom, I'm just going to go, you know, head towards your boat. Head towards the Longfin again. Exactly where you parked it. That's exactly where we're running to next. And then we're going to jump into the Longfin and we're going to head towards the compound. Now, There are many ways of doing this. Remember, there are many stashes throughout the island. This doesn't necessarily have to be the only way that you do this. This is just showcasing like one possibility of how you can make this work, because there's another warehouse right there at the airstrip. There's another there's like 3 stashes on the island in different parts, different docks and stuff. You choose, you choose how you make this work for you. But for me personally, I like doing it this way because it's simple, it's easy, and you can make a quick meal in less than an hour, so even less than that if you get really good at it. Like I mentioned earlier, there's videos that there's people, I think the record right now is 16 minutes. I think the guy has a 16-minute record of doing the entire setup and everything. Like, it's insane. So now let's get back into it again. Big shout out to the guy that did it in 16 minutes, by the way. Yeah, that was pretty good. That's very impressive. So now we're gonna make our way towards the drainage tunnel. Once you jump off the Longfin, make sure you equip your rebreather, okay? Because if not, you are going to drown while you're doing the rest of this. So equip your rebreather, go to the grates down below where the drainage tunnel is, and then you're going to cut through those grates with that cutting torch. Now you can actually hover over the grates, left to right, up and down, and it will cut them. Or you can do what I'm doing here, one at a time. Me personally, I don't know, maybe it's OCD, maybe ADHD, I don't know what it is, but I like doing it one at a time to challenge myself, and I do this every single time. So once you cut through the grates, just go ahead and fly through in, and when you reach the end of this tunnel, okay, whether if you're by yourself or you're with other players, do me a favor, swim a little bit up, okay? Swim up like I did here, because if you swim up, now it will give you the option for you to actually enter the compound quicker. Sometimes people are just like swimming around and doing laps, and I don't know why they're doing it, but it kills your elite challenge time, so now we're gonna go inside the compound. Now remember, we don't have to focus on any other secondary targets. Our bag is already full, so all we have to worry about is making it to the main office so that we can get to the primary target. But because I chose the Aggressor, I wanted to showcase what it would look like if we were actually going to take down the Juggernaut. So pretty much I will go over here, I'll jump over this little fence, and I'll wait for the Juggernaut to make his way towards me. Now also, I want him to clear the cone of vision from the camera. He's right now still visible to the camera. Now he's free, so I'm gonna sneak up, 2 headshots with the Aggressor suppressors, and yes, it works. So if you're doing this with other teammates, be that guy, okay? Help the team, help the squad, take him out, and you won't have to worry about him for the rest of the whole heist. So I'm gonna make my way over towards the back. I'm gonna take these 2 guards out. Big shout out to Swifty boy. Thank you for showing me this approach. This was actually pretty interesting in doing, and that's why I'm showcasing it here as well. All you're doing is jumping onto this platform, and this gives you access to the rooftops. There's many ways you can get through this, all right? There's many ways you can do the compound, but this was actually pretty effective, and I like it. I think I'm going to start using this a lot more often. Now, there's a guard on the first floor right here under this rooftop. He's going to be walking around, so you want to make sure that he clears the way. You see, he's still kind of like lingering around. There he goes. He's moving, so I'm going to use this little platform. I'm going to land on it. I'm actually going to walk towards it, and then I'm going to make it to the other building. Now, there's only 1 guard right here, so I'll take him down. And then I guess from this point forward, you kind of know already like what the gist is. Run up the stairs, take out the next guard, and then make it to the office. Now, I highly recommend you knocking out this guard here. Do not use the gun. Don't shoot. Just go ahead and knock him out. Luckily, he gave me the gate keys, so now this is an even better run. All I have to do now is check the safe, go right back downstairs to the basement, and then I can access the vault through the first floor. Because here, that elevator that's right there in the office, if you're trying to use the elevator, it requires 3 fingerprint hacks. This will kill your elite challenge time. So if you end up getting the gate keys like I did, go ahead and make your way downstairs towards the basement, because now the basement only requires 1 fingerprint. I'm not really sure if I've posted anything about the fingerprint here. I think maybe in the past, Yeah, I think I have, but I'm not really sure. On TikTok, I know that I actually did. I gave a whole breakdown on how the fingerprint works. But if you don't know how the fingerprint works, super easy. You're just matching the left fingerprint to the right. You're just moving the cursor to the sides until you match both images alike. So once you actually get through this, you have now the opportunity to make it towards your primary target, which again, in this case, is the Sin Simito Tequila, trash, garbage, dog water, whatever you want to call it. It is the lowest primary target payout that you're going to get. So if you get the ruby necklace, if you get the pink diamond, if you get the Black Panther, or is it Black Panther? The Panther statue. There you go, Black Panther. If you get that, that's going to pay you out a lot more. So that's definitely, you know, the best one to get. But again, that's only like once or twice a year, I think. So, but yeah, with the plasma cutter, you're going to fill up the little bar on the bottom right and then empty it out 4 times. This will speed up the plasma cutter process. And then now you just make your way out. Now remember, we took out the Juggernaut, so we don't have to worry about him lingering around and catching us when we get out of here. So the only thing you have to be vigilant about now is the remaining guards that are here in the compound. Just look at your mini-map, pay attention to their, you know, their routes, their patterns. If you notice right here, I'm free. I can actually go up these stairs. I'm gonna like stick to the right a little bit, and then I'm just gonna jump over this bush and head over to the main gate, and I am out. Now, once you get out here of the compound, you have many options as well. You can either A, book the immediate left, run straight to the water, and just swim as far as you can. You can do that because you're done. You know, you already filled up everything you can grab. Or you can do what I do here. Me personally, I actually like to run a little bit straight ahead, take out the one guard with the bike, and then I'll grab that same bike and I will drive it off the island. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if you were to run towards the water, I would beat you to the water with the bike. So why not just grab the bike and then just, you know, just book it. Now I'm taking this little trail right here for a specific reason. It's because if you jump off the cliff, like right around here, you're going to notice, yeah, right here. You're going to notice that when you land in the water, there's like a few mines in the water. Now, there's 3 mines that you're looking for. Those right there in front of me. Now, I'm going to swim towards these little mines right here. Yep, right towards the middle and nice and low to the ground. The reason being is because, again, if you ran to the water and started swimming, you would have to swim for quite a while. Here, you just swim for a little bit and the game registers like if you already beat the Cayo Perico for some odd reason. You'll notice here on the top left corner, it's going to say a body has been found. And I still didn't get caught because the game already registered that I beat it, you know? So now that we have completed the entire Cayo Perico from, you know, start to finish, of course, your little outro cutscene is going to come on. It's going to give you a breakdown of your payout. If you notice for the Elite Challenge, right? If you're on easy mode, it's going to be $50,000 additional. But then if you do it on hard mode, it will be $100,000. So I was able to do it in 12 minutes. I didn't fail any hacks. I filled all of my loot bags. So it gave me the $50,000 because I didn't do the hard mode. I did the easy mode. To activate hard mode, all you got to do is wait for Pavel to send you the text message that you can do the Cayo Perico again. And then all you're doing is flying straight to your sub and do the gather intel mission. And that activates your hard mode, which pays a little bit more. And then your primary targets and your secondary targets also increase in value if you do it on hard mode. So you will get paid a little bit extra for that. I'm praying that you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that it was so long. I really just want to try to help you guys out. So again, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe for more content. Leave some comments at the bottom, you know, tell me if there's anything you would like to see. And like I always say, get connected, link in, show some love, and MAK is finally out. So peace, everybody.